Rachel with Yarn at Play Crochet. I went shopping today, and so I thought that I would show you what I got from the craft store. I did a Hobby Lobby run because they had their 30% off sale today, and there was a few things there that I knew that I wanted to pick up and try. So I am going to show you what I got today and the different colorways that I got and the reasoning why I got what I got. Yeah, that all makes sense. So let's get started with the first thing that I know that I have waiting for me, a project that I'm working on. I'm making a little bunny lovey for a friend of mine. And the last bunny lovey that I made using this camel Lorena worsted, which I'm going to make the next one from as well. She really liked the color of this yarn. It's a great color, especially for a kind of doughy looking bunny. It's probably my favorite amigurumi yarn that I have. It's on the thick side. It's on the thicker end of a 4-weight. But I just use a 4mm crochet hook when I do my amigurumi with this, and it works up really, really smooth and really, really fast. It's very easy to crochet with. If you can see on there, the twist on this yarn is incredibly tight, so it's not splitty at all. And so it makes it really a lot faster when I crochet my amigurumi projects. I like to use cotton in my amigurumi. Cotton is a very popular thing to use for amigurumi. And this is not 100% cotton. It is a cotton acrylic blend, so it's 55% cotton and 45% acrylic. But I actually like it a little bit better than straight pure cotton because it's less likely to pill up and it doesn't wear as fast. It's more durable because it has that acrylic in there. And it really has no pilling to it at all. And like I said, it's a really great yarn because of that tight twist. You don't have splitting issues. 100% cotton yarn is notorious for having splitting problems. And this being a cotton acrylic blend, it really doesn't have that. So if you can see what that looks like, that is a 4-weight. But again, I will say that Lorena worsted is on the chunky side of a 4-weight. It's not a 5, but it is not a very thin 4-weight yarn. So this is what I'm making the bunny lovey out of. And the color that she chose to go with it is from Hobby Lobby. It is this very pretty, what is the color of this called? Rosy. And it is this color right here, if you can see that. And these two colors are going to go together. I think that those are some beautiful colors to go together. Very soft, very modern, very neutral. And I think that that's going to make a really pretty bunny lovey. I got the other yarn that I use often to make my amigurumi with is, I love this cotton from Hobby Lobby. I like it a lot. It's very soft. It is softer than the Lorena worsted. Not that this is not soft. It is soft, but this is just a smidge softer. I do find that it is splitty when I'm working with it. It's not bad splitty, but it is a little bit splitty. It's got a good twist to it. You can kind of see the twist on it there. It's not as tightly twisted as the Lorena worsted. You can kind of see, and it is thinner. It's a 4-weight as well. Everything I have here, I'm pretty sure is a 4-weight. So it's a 4-weight as well. But it is not as thick as the Lorena worsted. Here, let me see if I can do a side by side. You can kind of see the difference in the thicknesses there. I'm not worried about putting these two together at all. This is primarily going to be for a border around the bottom, like a lacy border around the bottom of the lovey skirt. So I'm just planning on using a little bit bigger crochet hook than I normally would with this yarn, and it should be nice and lacy and pretty and shouldn't have any issues, even though the Lorena worsted is a smidge chunkier than this. So these are my two colors that I'm putting together here. I will say that with the I Love This Cotton, it does get a little pilly. You can kind of see the fuzz on there, and possibly in comparison to the Lorena worsted, which has no fuzz at all. But it is softer. So if you're okay with a little bit of fuzz and softer, I Love This Cotton is a great cotton to work with. It is 100% cotton, unlike the Lorena worsted, which is, as I said, an acrylic blend. So that is what is planned for these two beauties. 30% off, I got this skein. It has 180 yards in it. For, let me check my price here. I have my receipt. Got it for $2.65 at Hobby Lobby today. Originally, the price is $3.79. So that is what is going together with this. Hobby Lobby, if you didn't know, they have 30% off their yarns every other week. So if you go to the store, your yarn's not a sale. If you're patient enough to wait a week, come back next week, it'll be on sale. So that is kind of the deal with Hobby Lobby. Let me show you what I got next. Let me see. I don't even know what this is called. This is called Breathe Deep. It is Yarn Bee, which is another Hobby Lobby brand yarn. It is 100% polyester. It has 216 yards per skein. And this I got because it is basically a dupe for Lion brand Feels Like Butta. And these are $3.99 a skein when not on sale. And when they are on sale, they are $2.79 a piece. I got this because I've never done amigurumi projects with Feels Like Butta. I do know that Michaels also has a dupe for Feels Like Butta yarn from Lion brand. So my thought was to get those 3 different yarns, get the Lion brand Feels Like Butta, get the Michaels dupe, and get the Hobby Lobby one and do a side-by-side comparison. So keep an eye out for that because that is in the works. But it's super duper soft, really squishy, really nice. It is a chain spun yarn. So if you can see that, it is worked on a chain. So this should not split at all. It should be completely split proof. And I've never worked up an amigurumi project with something this squishy and fuzzy. So I'm interested to see how that works. I'm going to stitch up some swatches, throw them in the wash, see how they handle the wash. I always like to do that with my yarns to make sure that if I'm giving it away, it'll be nice and durable, especially for kids' items, loveys, blankets, amigurumi projects. I always do want to do a test and throw it in the wash. So this here, what is the color of this? This light pink is called Soft Coral. And I got 2 other colors to go with it. This pretty, I think this is called mauve. Yeah, this pretty mauve color, which is really great. And then I got ivory. So you can see that. So this is the colors that I got to go together. I think that this is just a beautiful color palette. And I'm really excited to work something up in this. If I like the way that this works up, chances are this is going to turn into an Afghan. Super soft at 30% off for $2.79 a skein. You can't really beat the price. And 216 yards per skein, or 198 meters. So this is really nice. I love that soft. I do tend to prefer natural fibers for my yarn, but I am not opposed to acrylic or polyester or other things. I just try to go natural if I can. Sometimes I don't always like the feel of them. I don't think I've usually had an issue with the way that natural fibers work up. I like the way that they work up. But once in a while, you just want the extra soft, you want the extra squishy. So that is that. I'm really excited to work with this. I will definitely be keeping you guys updated on what this turns into and how it turns out. And now I got a second 3 skein colorway in very similar colors. I really like kind of the mauve tan colorway. I think that it's kind of like a grown-up version of a baby blanket. Not to say that there's anything baby, well, they're baby blankets, they're babyish, right? But there's nothing wrong with like the traditional brighter pinks or like the really clear pinks, but I really like those more neutral tones, and I really like that neutral color palette. So that's kind of what I stuck with today. The next yarn that I got is Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek. And this is a 100% acrylic yarn. It's nice and squishy and soft, but it's not just 100% acrylic. It is 100% low pill acrylic. So I'm going to test this out and see if it holds up to its no pilling brag. I hate acrylic for one reason only, is the pilliness. It drives me crazy. And so that's why, another reason why I tend to stick with more natural fibers is because I get really irritated with that pilliness. So I'm excited to see how this works up and what it turns into. So with this yarn, you get 232 yards per skein or 213 meters. And it is a 4-weight yarn. They recommend using a 6mm crochet hook for this. What do they? Probably should have told you that with the Breathe Deep. I will tell you that now. So going back to the previous yarn, they recommend a 4mm crochet hook for the Breathe Deep, even though it is a 4-weight. This, they recommend a 6mm crochet hook. Again, still a 4-weight, but you can tell, you can see the size difference between the skeins. This is fluffier and squishier. This is very, very soft. It's not that it isn't squishy, it's just a little bit thinner and very, very buttery soft. So these are the ones that I got, and I will show you the colors that I got. This is linen. This color here is linen. This color here is, I think this is Spice. Yeah, this is Spice. And then the last color I got is Blush. So you can see that these are very similar colorways that I got. This is going to be a blanket for sure. I'm planning on trying to use this for amigurumi, see how it holds up, but this is definitely, it's turning into a blanket. Is that not beautiful? Wouldn't that just be gorgeous? And any kind of like modern farmhouse decor, or even like mid-century modern decor as a throw on a beautiful couch. I can just see snuggling up with that any time of year. It's just, it's beautiful. I love these colors so much together. So that is what I got today from Hobby Lobby. I got a total of 7 skeins of yarn, and I spent $20.55. So not bad. I did not get everything that I would want to make a blanket in these. Obviously, you need more than 3 skeins of yarn to make a blanket. But I just wanted to test them out first to make sure that I was really happy with the color combination and the wash and wear durability of the yarn before I put all that effort into turning it into a blanket, which is why I'm doing these reviews, so that you can see from me what the wash and wear durability of these different yarns are, so that you don't have to go through the whole process of swatching it up, washing it, and kind of living with it for a little bit before you decide to turn it into a project. I can't stand the thought of wasting hours and hours and hours crocheting something up and then washing it a couple of times and it just looks trashed. Like I said, it's my #1 pet peeve. It's just a heartbreaker. So nothing against Super Bargain Yarns. But if I can get something better, I will. I've definitely gone the super cheap route more times than I can count. Just because we were always broke and that's what I could afford. But now I'm over it. It's not worth it to me. I'd rather save up my money and wait longer to do a project with a yarn that I know that I'm going to love than to get the itch and just go straight out and buy the yarn that I can afford, which is all of like the Karen 1 pound, Super Saver, Red Heart kind of stuff. That can be really scratchy and isn't very durable. And then just wind up getting really frustrated when my projects don't hold up. So that's my logic behind buying yarn. That also being said, I would love to go out and spend, like $30 for a hank of yarn, something really gorgeous and beautiful. I would feel guilty about it. I stick to too close of a budget to feel any kind of good about spending that kind of money on yarn. So you'll probably never see reviews for those kind of yarns here, but you will always see reviews for things that are affordable, quality, and things that I think are worth your time. So those are my first impressions on this stuff. I will do a follow-up once I get working with it, and so you can see how it all turns out. All right, if you like this video, if you found it helpful, interesting, quality content, you think that you might want to see more, please subscribe to my channel and be sure to hit the like button as well. That way more people will get eyes on these videos so that we can grow our community here at Yarn at Play Crochet. Put in the comments, what do you think that these colorways would be beautiful as? I'm thinking blankets. But seriously, wouldn't this be like such a cool sweater, like an ombre sweater? Ooh, or a corner to corner, like gingham blanket. Pretty. And these too. This would be, I mean, I'm thinking big, oversized couch throw that I can fit me and my whole family under, which is no small feat. I have 4 daughters. You need a big blanket for my couch. But that's what I'm thinking for these. It's just so, it's so pretty. This would be a really pretty shawl too, now that I think about it. That would make a beautiful shawl. Kind of warm, spicy fall colors. But even, honestly, they're not really that fall. They're so neutral. You could wear that any time of year. Yeah. Anyways, that's all I have for now. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.